Hey guys, my name's Dr. Nikosi Darnell, also known as the Techie SLP, and I'm so excited that you've decided to join me on my YouTube channel to learn a little bit more about how you can use technology to your students' advantage. Now, I specifically focus on providing educational courses to parents, teachers, other speech language pathologists, as well as professionals who work with students who have a speech, language, or learning difference. Now, I'm all about using technology in an appropriate and effective way. So it's not just using technology as a consumer, but specifically, I want to push children to use technology as a producer in which they are actually having to come up with a product. So my courses are basically just going to focus on giving you the tech tools that you need that allow your students to become producers of knowledge, not just consumers and kind of vegging out. And why we really focus on technology is because kids love it. And a lot of times you can get them to respond to you more so using different types of tech tools. So I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools. It's actually called the Tell About This app. And it's a wonderful app in that it's very diverse in its approach and you can do so many different things with it. A lot of times I like to work with students on their self-monitoring skills using this app because it has a recording device. And so I'll actually have them record their voices answering a question, and then I have them go back and critique it. And so you'll see what I'm talking about as I get into this app. Let's take a look at it. So you can see the interface gives you a variety of topics to choose from. We have culture, we have living things, we have transportation, we have make-believe items. Furthermore, you can actually create your own prompts and take your own pictures out in the real world. But just for demonstration purposes, let's go ahead and take a look at the category of people. Now here, a lot of times I will let my students or my clients choose the specific picture that they are most interested in. So for this one, let's select this question. What do you notice about the people on the ride? And so you can see it actually gives you a story prompt at the bottom. So for instance, the question is, what do you notice about the people on the ride? Well, I give the student time to think about their answer, and they actually select the Tell About button. And you can see there's a record option. So let's see what we notice about the people on the ride. Oh, the people are having a great time. They're screaming. Their hands are up. One of them looks a little cool, like he's not scared of this ride, and so on and so on. But you see the gist of it. And what it did while I was recording it, it captured that recording. And what I'll do with students, I'll actually have them go back and play it. They're screaming, their hands are up. One of them looks a little cool, like he's not scared of this ride, and so on and so on. But you see the gist of it. And so as you can see, it saved my recording, and so I was able to go back and listen to it. So whenever I have students completing a recording, they do exactly the same procedure. And so I will have students go back and critique themselves to determine whether or not they were using appropriate articulation skills, if they're working on the R sound, for instance, or the L sound in their glides. If they're working on producing pronouns, I'll make sure that they were using them appropriately within it. If they're working on correct grammar when they're speaking, they can go back and actually listen to it and get that feedback from the recording. And what I like to do even more so is save the information under their profile. And so, you as a parent or a teacher can save that information under their profile, and then they have a little bit of a summary of their work that they've been completing, and you can see how they've progressed over time. Now, for instance, if we skip this, and you can see, one other thing I almost forgot to share, you can actually share it via email if you're a teacher, for instance, with parents and so on. And so then, they can have a compilation of all the work that their child has been doing. And then the other component I told you about was the component where you can actually create your own prompt. And so within this one, it tells you everything you need to do. You can see you're going to take a photo, for instance, and then you actually add your text. So you can add a question prompt for the student, or you can even have the student create his or her own prompts. And so this is like just really fun and interactive for the student, very engaging for them. Now, my favorite component of this is the fact that it's so diverse. Like I said, you can work on multiple different areas, such as, their grammar, sentence production, lengthening their sentences. You can also work on children making predictions. I mean, there's so many different areas that you can focus on whenever it comes to speech and language skills using this specific app. Now, this is all I'm sharing for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to sharing more apps that you can use in your day-to-day life with your children. Take care and God bless, and I look forward to seeing you soon.